The feed you are about to listen to is classified. The location, unknown. You are bound by law to protect the content you are about to apprehend and keep it confidential. Prepare yourselves as you're about to experience the MercGoat Conspiracy.
This is the MercGoat Conspiracy. Welcome to our Halloween episode, the only audio podcast where we're still dressed up as animals.
It's gonna be spoopy!
Today, we have Herbie dressed as a cheetah.
Because I'm fast, yo.
He's very, very fast.
Is that what all the ladies say?
No one is surprised that Maddie is dressed as a kitty.
Meow, meow.
For some reason, John decided the platypus route.
You know, it's always unexpected. I got that poison barb with real poison. You know, from my own house.
And no one is surprised, I am representing the goat.
Well, he is a rather fuzzy goat, so it's kind of funny. Every once in a while, I'm probably going to throw things at him and see what sticks.
It kind of looks like a furry party, although we are recording an audio podcast.
So, I want to go back to what we were talking about last week, where we could not figure out the rape scene in Freak Show. Because me and a guy were able to figure out the rape scene in Freak Show. It was a past event. It was a backtrack that had to go to rape scene, because it was Jessica Lange's character who was raped in
When
that
she got her
snuff
leg
film.
sawed off, right?
Yes, it was all in that snuff film that was made with her.
Yeah, okay, I remember that now.
That was the rape scene in Freak Show.
Alright, so we have the complete set.
Yes.
You should do a little YouTube video, like.
If you look right here.
Alright.
Oh my god, it would be like film theory, except American Horror Story theory.
This is the rape of each.
No, it's just a rape. That's all it is. It's
Well,
rape theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Rape Theory.
Literally a show hosted by a ginger that's more evil than American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the opening of our first Sonic in Rhode Island.
And
What?
From what I hear, it
There's a little blue hedgehog running around?
What?
Sonic, the little blue hedgehog.
Yes.
No, the food...
Oh,
If
okay.
you drive into the building, rings go fly out everywhere.
Oh,
Speed.
shit, yeah. Actually, I heard they did like $5 million in sales within the first couple hours.
5 million seems a little high.
I don't think it's physically possible to sell that much food in 2
I
hours.
believe maybe 500,000.
Sure, I might be off a zero.
I think you might be off a zero.
Were you wearing
I'm
your
actually-
glasses when you read this number?
No.
Okay, that'd be why.
Alright.
I actually went last night. They were supposed to close at midnight. The town shut them down at 10 o'clock. I got there about 10:30, and I was there with a female acquaintance. And the store manager was making a trip to every car saying, we can't serve food, you know, here's some coupons. Most people were giving her an attitude. She came up to our car, were very nice. She gave us some coupons, also said they were hiring. And my female acquaintance actually got pretty much a job on the spot. So they let us come into the store after hours. They gave me a free slushy drink. She filled out her paperwork, and I actually dropped her off at work today. Got a free burger. So I've already made friends with the store manager and the head chef there.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty
So,
awesome.
when are you taking us?
This week at some point.
Awesome.
Yes,
As a
absolutely.
pescatarian, I've only been to Sonic once, and I had their cheese fries, and I actually don't remember what they taste like. It's been so long.
They're
Wow.
similar in shape to McDonald's, less salty because they're not just salt for the flavor. They're natural cut. They're kind of like Wendy's with the shape of McDonald's and the taste is in between. I know that's not the best description, but
I haven't had Wendy's in like even longer.
okay.
This is immersion!
But I brought our friend Sean, who is very picky about his eats, and he said it was better than Chick-fil-A, it was better than Wendy's. He really loved their chicken. I obviously had a burger. We brought our friend Joe. He got a chili dog. Everyone was happy. I highly recommend it. It's definitely a step above Wendy's and probably equal to Chick-fil-A to me.
Cool.
And by the time we record next, we should all have gone by then.
Excellent. To Sonic!
It wasn't too busy today. We were in line for maybe 10 minutes, not even. Drive-through was nuts. We actually parked at like the strip mall, like not 2 blocks down, but 2 buildings or parts
Two
of buildings
buildings
down.
down, yeah.
And it was busy around the drive-through, but you know, park a little bit further, get out, walk, burn some of those calories off. Highly recommend getting the burger with the works. No onions. If you like onions, then fuck you.
So, speaking of hot dogs, we heard something really gross about hot dogs recently.
Oh god, yeah.
So, this group of scientists, I don't know where, but I read the article about it. Sorry for not knowing all the info. but
You fail.
they tested 345 hot dogs for just what was in them because, you know, hot dogs are kind of mysterious. You could have, like, cow balls and pig feet.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they are.
Like,
I don't care. I'll watch a documentary while eating a hot dog and just.
So,
I've done the same thing.
anyways, so they were trying to figure out what's in most hot dogs, you know, to figure it out.
Right.
So, 6 of the hot dogs contained human DNA
Good.
How many?
out of 345.
Only
So, like,
6.
A little
So-
less than 2%.
That's 2%. Which, you know, it's not that it's that much, it's that there's any at all that have human DNA, which is pretty great.
Do they have a reason why?
The reason why would be that people weren't using gloves when they were handling them. That's what I would assume.
Or we ground up people and put them in our, hot dogs.
That's the
Well-
less likely one.
Well,
But
pigs will eat anything.
It's
So
true.
pigs eat people. We kill pigs. We eat pigs with people in it.
So it's the mafia's fault.
Yes.
I understand now. So 2% of those pigs came from Mafia Town.
Yes. So
Mafia
if you stop
town.
by from
Yeah.
Vincenzo's farm, it might be significantly less than 6.
So they come from Rhode Island?
So what's even weirder is that it wasn't even just regular hot dogs. It was also tofu dogs, like veggie hot dogs,
That definitely
which
seems to
I eat.
prove your
so
theory.
I was really concerned because I'm like, ew. And they said it was most of the 6 they found were actually tofu dogs that had human DNA in them.
Wow.
So it does seem
So,
like a handling
maybe
error.
it is a quote unquote meat substitute, but not in the way you're thinking.
Ah, yes. People. The other white meat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to read that article. I'm glad you brought that to my attention.
Yeah, it's
That's
So,
weird.
a little
I'm gonna-
disconcerting because you wonder how much of your food has been actually handled by people not wearing proper gloves and stuff.
Oh, I could really care about that.
Well,
Ugh.
the other
I eat the hot weenies, which are literally the bottom of the barrel, like grade fuck you meat,
Uh-huh.
and I love them. So
I used to have them at parties all the time.
oh, we used to make our own.
Oh my god.
It was beautiful.
Oh, so the other thing with meat that was recently online was that the World Health Organization finally recognized officially after like decades that consuming large amounts of red meat every day does contribute to your chance of colon cancer,
Well, anything with sodium nitrate in it is
which is processed meat.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The processed meat that I usually get, my bacon that I have like every morning, actually doesn't have sodium nitrate in it because of how shitty it is for you.
Right.
Most jerky, if you buy mainstream jerky, if you get the smaller stuff,
From like local places.
damn good jerky, even which is becoming more produced.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully they don't ever switch a recipe, but as of now they don't use sodium nitrate. Anything local, much, much safer. Same with bacon. You can buy non-sodium nitrate bacon like Herbie has.
Mm.
And yeah, red meat will affect it too, but the sodium nitrate is obviously the biggest and
Right.
leading cause.
I mean, anything you consume can add or subtract from your health. It's a
Of
matter
course.
of how much you eat.
But you can drink too much water, you can drink too much orange juice.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
all about moderation with anything.
Yeah, like, I had to bring it up because there were certain people on my Facebook newsfeed that were very frustrating. Because they were saying, oh, well, I guess I'm getting cancer. And it's like, if you're an average person that eats a couple of slices of bacon a day, even,
You're still getting cancer statistically, but deal with it. That's what I tell them.
But you know
that
what?
is true.
If
A
you
high
wanna-
number of people get cancer. But also, like, it's not... They were talking about if you eat, like, 5 cheeseburgers a day. Like, that would be the equivalent. You know, not many people eat that much.
Oh, I'd love to eat 5.
So I'm getting cancer.
If you eat 5 cheeseburgers a day,
Now we're
you
talking
probably
like,
make
you
some
know,
other
home
poor
cooked
choices
cheeseburgers.
along the road.
They said if you eat 50 grams of red meat a day, processed red meat, it raises your chance for colon cancer by 18%.
I actually have strongly cut out red meat. I still eat it occasionally, but I mostly eat chicken now.
That's good because, I mean, it's less fat,
Yeah.
at least.
I like chicken.
Uh-huh.
Chicken, pork, that's kind of my diet lately.
Or like all meat.
What's that?
I don't discriminate for meat.
That's true.
If it's meat, I'll eat it.
Well, I'm having some other health problems that I got to deal with. The red meat has not been helping. So
I'll eat a baby. I don't care. Meat is meat.
meat is meat. That is for sure.
Now,
Meat is also murder. I'll agree with that, but it's damn good murder. I'll tell you what.
Now, the only meat that I eat is fish, and that's because I eat dumb fish that, don't know what's going on.
Well,
I don't eat,
sharks
like,
get caught in a
octopus.
line too. Do you eat those?
What? No.
Sharks get caught, but they're not dumb fish now, are they?
What?
People can catch a shark.
I just said that I don't eat shark
Yeah,
because
I don't think
they're
anyone
not
eats
dumb.
shark. I'm sure.
Well, it has to be pretty dumb. It can get caught. I mean, you can catch me, and I know I'm not the brightest guy out there. So there are some pretty dumb sharks out there.
Well,
I'm
speaking
still
of
not gonna eat it.
all right. Well, speaking of dumb, and
Uh-huh.
moving along from food because we've been talking food for 3 hours now,
And now.
and we're all dressed in furry costumes, so you're all looking delicious right about now.
Oh, thank you.
I got poison.
Fucking platypus, fucking motherfucker. I'm sure you've all seen the new Truth commercials.
Yep.
They're done by Vine artists, the people that do the Vine videos.
Mhm.
A lot of them, SLB actually brought that to my attention. I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all, this is what tobacco I only smoke at a party, and it's just a stupid, little Vine of them, partying, in a library.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the bit tobacco and they're, making it rain.
Yeah, they're like YouTube famous people.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
YouTube
I
famous
haven't
people.
seen these actually.
There's about 4 of them that I've seen. Might be more. And they're really, really fucking awful. But Truth usually attacks cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And as much I've always hated them. Don't get me wrong. I think they're owned by Big Tobacco. I think it's all a conspiracy. That Big Tobacco can't advertise, so they have these annoying fucking commercials that make you want to smoke. But now they're attacking hookah. They're attacking Black and Milds. So I
Again?
swear it's a conspiracy. And Big Tobacco runs these Truth commercials because they're so bad. I see these, and now they're attacking hookah and Black and Milds and shit like that. And I like to have one occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
I love hookah. I love Black and Milds once in a while. I think you have smoked hookah with me.
Yeah, well, it's not that much better for you than smoking anything. You still have smoke going into your lungs, and that's what the main point is.
All right. Is it bad for you? Yes, it is.
It's like what we were talking about with the food. It's in moderation.
Exactly. And if you can't smoke Black and Milds in moderation, that's weird. I don't know anyone that chain smokes them, by the way. I don't know anyone that chain smokes hookah. And the
I
fact
know
that
one person that chain smokes hookah, and I think you know who it is.
I'm sure there is, but
but that's one person out of 50.
and yeah, tobacco's making money, but it's just been pissing me off that they're just attacking everything, and that's what really makes me think that Big Tobacco is behind this, because it's free advertisements.
So you think that they're advertising for free to annoy people into making them want to smoke?
Yes.
Interesting.
And
It is interesting.
And you know what? South Park actually did an episode where they had the butt out people, and they're like, "Oh, we're so cool, we don't smoke. You can just be like us." And it pans to all 4 of them smoking in the back of the school.
Nice.
And South Park's usually pretty intelligent about this shit, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, South Park's getting much more philosophical in recent years, much
So,
more intelligent.
You
Shameless
said that
America.
they're using you said that they're using YouTube stars and stuff now.
Yes. That Asian kid who does a lot of stuff on there.
Freddie
Dak?
Wong.
Yep.
Okay.
He's on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's on one of the commercials.
They're really, really bad.
But they're actually memeing in the thing too.
And they
You see
usually
the
run-
cat doing that.
You know what? Now that you mentioned the cat thing, I think I did see one of
And
them.
they usually run 2 of them in a row.
No, I didn't see 2 in a row. I think I might have seen the cat one though.
The cat's just sitting there
I just think the Truth commercials are incredibly dumb. Does anyone have anything else they want to add? Because I feel like I'm going on a tirade here.
No, they're dumb.
Oh,
They've always been dumb.
I'm with
It's
you.
down at its lowest percent altogether. We can drop it to nothing. Yeah, come on, guys, let's band together.
The only Truth commercial I've seen that I actually liked was the one where the teenage-looking kid is at the counter, and to pay for the cigarettes, he has to take out one of his teeth and stuff.
Those are stupid too.
Yeah.
First off, I saw the price on the back of the thing. It's like $6. The kid had it $7. There's no reason he should pull out his fucking teeth.
Well,
It was to make a point.
Yeah.
A stupid point. If it, then raise the price, they're gonna make the point of the. They make that shit in
Most
plain view.
people that smoke know how bad it is, and that's the thing that I think part of it is everyone that smokes
They
knows
know.
and don't care.
Right,
I don't think they're safe, and that's why I think it's from Big Tobacco. No one's like, oh wow, cigarettes are bad. I had no idea. Like,
Well, when you're growing up, though, people will say it's good for you.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Well, we're not in the 50s, so.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, when I was in
When, like,
middle
you're 2 years old, have a cigarette, that'll heal that little flesh wound.
Yeah.
Like, when I was in middle school, we had the DARE classes that taught you, drugs are bad, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's
But,
everywhere.
Like, I had, kids from the high school, because the high school and the middle school are connected. I had kids from the high school being like, oh, you want a cigarette? It'll cost you, $1. And I'm like, no.
They're just probably trying to make $1.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, it's, actually really good for your mind. It helps your mental health. And I'm like,
I'm pretty sure they're just fucking with you.
yeah, that was weird. That happened, a few times from some different people, though. It was odd.
Then they probably weren't normal cigarettes.
Really?
People are really dumb. And moving on with dumb, did you know country music is now considered the highest reading level upon popular music
What?
in the last 10 years?
You mean lyrics-wise, right?
Lyrically wise.
Oh, okay.
If you read the lyrics, it is better constructed than most other ones, as far as country goes.
Well, that makes sense, because country is the only one that's not repeating one fucking word the whole song. So...
Baby, I'm worth it. Baby, I hate that fucking song.
I don't even know if I know that song.
I don't know that
I think
song.
Hershey's is using it. I heard it once. I was actually up at the NASCAR race in New Hampshire. I was at a breakfast diner, and that was on for 5 minutes of one fucking line.
That's funny,
Wow.
because You're Worth It is the L'Oreal.
Baby, I'm
Slogan.
worth it.
So I'd expect them to use that.
And it's got a guy playing a saxophone every time.
Really?
Baby, I'm worth it. For fucking 5 minutes. It's the whole song.
That kind of sucks.
Oh, it's horrible.
Please tell us if Rob is doing a good job of mimicking the song.
I have never heard this song, and I feel quite good about that.
Yeah, right?
Now I'm gonna fucking torch you.
Oh,
You're wearing fucking cat outfits and everything else. So
Well, that's just because I'm Swift.
maybe we'll start an impromptu dance party here.
Who sings this song?
I do not know who sings it.
Well, you're about to find out if you're going to look it up.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a newer song. I'm pretty sure it is.
What's that new Family Guy?
I did not watch the new film.
Uh,
Apparently it's Fifth Harmony. And it's actually 5 chicks.
5 chicks?
Yes. I don't know if they all sing.
no. Most of them probably get in a fight with each other.
It's like Slipknot. Instead of a bunch of drums and percussion, they just have cat fights on stage.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I'm just making this up as I go. I would actually see that, even if the music's terrible, just to watch the spectacle of it. Much like you were saying within this moment, you really don't go for the music.
In this moment.
It's so fucking bad.
It sounds pretty bad.
The video's even worse.
What?
And it is actually a 5-piece group. And they're doing dances. They're dressed in
They're doing really slutty dances.
They're dressed in 80s clothes, 80s business
Let me
people.
see.
Oh, there's apparently a singer too that raps behind it.
I'd say next week we do a fuck, marry, kill of that band.
Oh, Jesus.
Kill. There's 5 of them. Kill, 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 kill. I kill the rapper too.
She's getting a pedicure through her heels.
What?
Yeah.
I was like to add that I'm making this.
The dress are business casual.
Yeah, from the 80s.
Are we all set with this?
Yeah, can we shut it off? It's really good.
Here we go.
Nice. So I'm making this progressively harder to edit each week for Sam.
Good luck, buddy.
So, after hearing all this shit, music
I just know I'm worth it.
is getting so dumb.
Yeah, I really, okay, let me talk about music for a second. And I didn't tell you guys I was going to talk about this because I only thought of it now.
Well, thanks.
It'll only be a minute.
Better be.
Fucking cat costume freak over there.
So,
Trying to have a serious conversation dressed as a cat.
yeah.
Well, that's like her every day.
Hey, I don't judge what you guys do in the bedroom, okay?
Well, that's good, because you'd be fucking scared.
So, anyways, back to music. Adele came out with a new single, and apparently it broke the view record on YouTube for Taylor Swift's Bad Blood or whatever. So, it's called Hello by Adele. And everyone on fucking Facebook, except for my metal friends, were talking about how, like, amazing it is, and how it's a heartbreaking song, and how it moves your soul.
It moved my soul.
Maybe I'm exaggerating a little.
Moves my
But-
bowels.
So I watched
Also valid.
the music video, and I'm like, this song is all about someone who totally fucked up and is trying to apologize, but I'm like, honestly, it doesn't make me feel bad for her at all. For some reason, I'm just like, oh, well, you fucked up. Too bad.
If you want to hear a truly emotional song with apology, listen to Ruska Just Sorry. One of the few songs I do in English.
Like,
Mostly
she
in
repeats the same thing multiple times.
Well, nothing compares
and
to
all
you.
it does is piss me off and be like, well, maybe you fucking deserve to be broke up with. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, I don't, when I go into an emotional song, like a slow song, especially like this, usually I'm really, like, sympathetic. But this song, I'm just like, I can't get behind it.
I blame Dave Matthews for everything. I just hate him.
Really?
I just decided. I'm just deciding right now. I'm just gonna blame Dave Matthews.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Constipating sounded voice.
Crash into
Crash! Sounds like he's taking a shit whenever he sings. I fucking hate
So
Dave
anyways,
Matthews.
yeah, I was just really disappointed because I know Adele has a beautiful voice because I loved Skyfall. That was
She did
the-
a good job with Skyfall.
That ended up being the only song I liked by her, though.
Do you know who's doing the song for Spectre when it comes out?
I don't know.
I have not heard.
But Spectre looks really good.
And the guy that played in Tarantino's movies is the bad guy. Christoph
cool.
Waltz,
Yeah.
who played the guy that saved Django and also the head Nazi in Inglourious Bastards.
Cool.
I can't wait to see him as a bad guy.
Yeah. I was reading an article about Daniel Craig yesterday, actually.
He
Because
said he signed up for another one, another Bond movie.
That's cool.
Really?
Yep, he said he's going to do one more at least.
What was cool was he made the news by answering the media's stupid questions with intelligence. Like, they were asking him, like, okay, so the female interest of him in Spectre is going to be actually around his age instead of, like, a 20-year-old.
cool.
And so that's really good for women everywhere. Because, women should be allowed to age in Hollywood. Duh. So,
Betty White aged.
what?
Betty White aged.
Yeah. So, someone on the red carpet was asking him, oh, so how will it feel for you knowing that James Bond will be seduced by an older woman? But the woman, the character, is only 4 years older than James Bond. And so he actually responded really well, and he was just like, I hope you meet a woman the same age as him. They're only 4 years apart. And they looked all embarrassed and stuff.
Daniel Craig's pretty good people from what I've heard.
Yeah, he's actually really, really intelligent, and I was surprised because I didn't know that. So I was really happy to see
No, I
that.
always heard he was. Speaking of dumb movies, however, The Purge 3 is being filmed, at least in part, in Rhode Island.
Really?
Oh, yeah. A few of the scenes were filmed in Woonsocket, and at least one was filmed in the State House.
Yes.
Kind of cool.
A couple of my friends are extras in the movies. They've been
Awesome.
posting on Facebook. I never saw the first two. I always liked the concept, but I heard it was mostly about like one family as opposed to... I just want to see the chaos going outside. Probably more of a snuff film that's not a snuff film type of deal. But.
To be honest, that's kind of what I wanted from it, too. I didn't see it, though, so I don't know how much of that was shown.
So,
I know they showed bits and pieces, but I know at least the first one was mostly based on that one family.
so you want to see snuff films? Got it.
Well,
No.
no.
We
Except for that
just
one
want
my
to see
grandfather made a couple
we
years
want
ago.
to see well-acted mass chaos.
Well acted mass chaos. That's completely different than snuff films.
Yes, because
FYI.
it's well-acted instead of actually killing people.
All I can think of is that Archer episode where it's him and his mother's husband, and they hop a ride on the back of that tractor trailer and they get out.
What are you talking about?
Archer.
Oh.
And they hop out. It's him and his mother's husband. And they hop a ride in the back of the tractor trailer truck because he won't let him ride in the cab, and he's wearing like women's underwear. And then he opens the cab, there's like 10 people, like all dressed as women, and there's like a school like backdrop. He's like, I could see you're doing some really rapey snuff film type of stuff here, so we're gonna go now. And he pulls his gun out, but he's out of bullets, and they're all buying it until his mother's husband's like, oh, aren't you out of bullets? They start chasing him, and they run. And they see a train coming, and they're debating what to do about throwing some of the money they have out. And he's like, you know, we'd already been dead if they weren't wearing such sexy high heels and we're stuck in the mud. Oh, I love that episode.
Oh, wow.
Archer is just one of the greatest shows.
I actually don't remember that episode. What season was it from?
I want to say it's season 3.
Oh, okay. So
3 or
I've
4.
definitely seen it.
Actually, I want to say it's 4. I think it's season 4. I'm
I've
pretty sure
definitely
you've
seen it. I've seen all the episodes.
But it's the one where him and his mother's new husband start bonding, and he's in Montreal, and no one will buy him a plane ticket back, and he lost his passport.
Oh, I think you know what? I vaguely remember that. I mostly remember Archer Base at this point.
So, what did Jurassic World bring in? Like 29 million or something like that? The
It was
box
a lot.
office? Yeah? Did they crash the whole ticket sales before the movie was even out?
Star Wars is going to break so many records.
It is.
It's gonna be
Oh, yeah,
beautiful.
it is. It already broke the internet for like a minute. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Like, you actually had to go to the actual movie theater and buy it. That's how bad it broke the internet.
And then there's
Yeah.
people boycotting the movie over the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, there's this whole thing going on called "Where's Luke" on Twitter. Like, oh, I just saw a trailer. Hashtag Where's Luke? You want to know where Luke is? I'll tell you where Luke is. Remember that robotic? You know where the man with the robotic right hand pressing on R2D2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
that's
else has a
me.
robotic right hand? Luke.
I will say this. Supposedly some very nerdy, racist Star Wars fan found out the main character was black and killed himself.
What?
I read that on Facebook. I didn't read the article. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh my
but
God.
if it is, good.
Wow. Making more space for the rest of us.
Yeah. If that's what bothers you,
About the movie.
and considering there's been black people in the movie before, maybe not as a lead, grow the fuck up.
Seriously.
Alright.
Lando Calrissian, the only black guy in the universe before this movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember who was the woman in Star Trek? The black woman.
Aurora.
Yeah, I remember the actress was being interviewed and she was talking about how like it was such an honor to be like one of the first black women on TV that was actually like intelligent.
Well,
Stuff.
Star Trek's bordering 50 years. 50 years ago, people thought a little different.
Yeah, which is awesome, you know? It just made me think of that because, you know, Star Trek was like one of the innovators of having black people in regular
The fact that they also like an
normal,
interracial kiss scene on the show.
Yep.
cast instead of being like servants. Or,
Well,
you
so
know,
did Dukes of Hazzard, and they had a freaking Confederate flag, and people are boycotting that show now. So,
Well, yeah, that's fucked up.
I mean, they had Sheriff Little, who was the most badass cop in the whole show. He made Roscoe look like even worse than he already was.
Oh yeah.
He
right.
caught him every single time they went into his town, like clockwork.
Yeah.
So,
it was just kind of cool, and I hope, you know, this whole Star Wars thing will work out.
oh, it's gonna be a great movie.
No, it's gonna be freaking beautiful.
I can't see anyone disliking it.
I can because people suck.
And
But
even now,
I
like,
can
peop-
see whiny Star Wars nerds saying it's not the movie they wanted. and,
well,
like,
you're always
that's
gonna
fine.
have that. But even Walking Dead was pushing boundaries. They had a gay couple kiss when they reunited after a while
Uh-huh.
with Rick and the group, and there was a whole outcry about that. And I didn't even remember it until I saw the outcry online. It's like, oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, something happened.
I'm so enthralled
Well,
in
too
the
fucking
story.
bad. Gay couples
Yeah,
exist.
Yeah, I was so enthralled by the story, I didn't realize. I'm like, oh, cool, they found each other, and Rick's safe and all that. And then I go online, and it's homo fucking phobia. It's like, really?
How dare they
Yeah.
make out like that when I'm sitting here watching TV in the comfort of my own, like, you know.
And Walking Dead is so good right now. This season
I don't know. I don't know
is
anything.
so good. And I can't ruin it for you, but this season is just
You guys catch up on American Horror Story yet?
It's
No.
so good.
No.
I'm gonna
The
have
fourth season is on Netflix now. So
All I
you
know
can
is
it.
watch season 6. I have no one that is caught up. I have friends that have it on their DVRs. I've seen the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen the new one. I haven't been able to talk about it to anyone. I'm like going stir crazy. I never want to talk about shows,
I'm still not watching Walking Dead.
but this season is so good.
Oh, I love Walking Dead.
This is the best season they've ever had in my
Oh,
opinion.
son of a bitch.
I'm not
My
without any
alternative-
exaggeration.
My alternative to Walking Dead is iZombie. I fucking love that show.
Well,
I do
iZombie
want to
is
see
awesome.
it. I do want to see it. It looks
iZombie's
good.
really good. They're only on the 2nd season right now.
Mm-hmm.
The first season is on Netflix.
That's a DC show.
Yes, it is.
But we love our Halloweeny stuff.
Now,
That was
speaking
a
of
good time.
little DC, go sidetrack here. Anyone here ever hear of Preacher?
Yes.
I
No.
saw them
I've heard of
advertising for
A
on Walking
movie.
Dead, actually.
They're making a movie for Preacher.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're actually doing. Next week, they're doing a full.
Preacher
trailer
is
for it.
a DC hero in the DC Vertigo universe because he's more mature.
Okay.
He is a preacher who has what is known as the Word of God. He can tell you something and you will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He told the guy to blow his brains out, and the guy blew his brains out.
Wow.
Yeah, and in the comics, it's him, a girl, and his best friend who's a vampire who go through the country looking for God. Because apparently God's not sitting on his throne, so they gotta go find him.
Yep.
Oh.
Just the way it's gonna roll. That's all.
Yep, no God, gotta go find him and put it back on his throne.
Okay.
And it's just him fighting like the force of evil the whole time.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Sounds like a very unique show.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie.
Speaking of superheroes, I actually started playing Marvel Puzzle Quest, regrettably, because now my life is being sucked away slowly.
Hey, I like that game.
My honey got me to break my streak of not playing mobile games for like years,
Yep, I'm such an asshole.
and it's like one of the best mobile games ever.
Well, thank you. Thank
Well,
you for that.
speaking of mobile games, Pokemon Go is supposed to be out in February.
Yes, also Pokemon Go just received a whole shit ton of money from Google.
Oh yeah.
Are they using Google Maps for their navigation system?
Well, Niantic, who made Ingress, is making Pokemon Go. So
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, it was actually that Niantic got the $30 million, and they're putting 20 of it towards Pokemon Go and 10 of it towards Ingress.
Yep, that's
so
the
we
rumor.
should be seeing cool upgrades in
However,
Ingress too.
Ingress is going to have in-app purchases soon. That is the rumor.
Yep.
But they just got a lot of money.
Hopefully,
Why
it
do they
doesn't
need
balance
more?
the game or unbalance the game rather. I don't know what they're doing. I read a rumor that there's supposedly going to be a capsule where you can recharge your portal keys into it. That's the
Oh.
rumor I'm reading.
Interesting.
Now, I'm okay with stuff like that because it's more convenience. But if you can just go buy like the high-level bursters or something like that,
Well, you don't want level 8 turrets all the time because you can spend $20 for it?
exactly. If it unbalances the game, I think they're going to lose a lot of fans. So they have to be very careful. Again, in-app purchases are things like special capsules that save time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
When you're sitting on the couch in your underwear, fine. But it shouldn't do anything when you're out there taking portals.
Exactly.
So that's obviously the fine line of balance. Me and Chad were very worried when we saw the. Actually, if you go and update it, it says in-app purchases now on the Google Play Store, but they're not up yet. Again, like I said, there was a rumor of portal upgrades, and then that capsule I was just mentioning. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but until anything happens, I'll be an Ingress fan. I've been playing a little bit more lately.
Do you have any Ingress moments of the week?
Me and Chad went mudding through like this little muddy path to go get a portal.
Cool.
Thinking that no one was going to find it. There's a guy in Wakefield named Noah. He has no enemies normally. He actually followed us from Wakefield to Narragansett to Galilee to Point Judith, taking everything back because he's so bored. So I'm
Wow.
actually going to give him hardcore mode for following us pretty much on the same path.
You
that
gonna
we
jump
are.
some snowbanks once it starts snowing? Just
Oh,
get
come on. I want to do that again.
I'm gonna do that for Pokemon Go. You
Hopefully,
better bet I'm gonna get that freaking Butterfree or something.
Hopefully we start playing. Hopefully we start playing again sometime this winter. There's some business to take care of first in a literal
My problem
sense.
is the space it takes on my phone.
Yeah, that could be a
Well,
problem.
you have to delete some space now, that's
Yeah.
all.
Well, that's why you need an Android, not an Apple.
No, it's not
Oh.
that. My iPhone is only an 8 gig iPhone.
Get an external hard drive for it.
You can't do that because it's an iPhone.
Ah, that sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I am very against Apple.
The only reason I want an Android is so I can get a cheap one because it'll be cheap because it's small, but I can put an SD card in it.
Exactly.
Because I have huge SD cards at home.
Exactly.
So
I know it'll cost you like a third of the price to get an
I will say
updated
this.
Android.
The new Microsoft phones actually look pretty nice.
really,
I've been doing some research on them. I wouldn't be opposed to them.
Yeah.
I got another year before I get another phone, though.
I don't know. My sister has always been for Android, and I've always had an iPhone just out of convenience because that's what my dad got me.
Well,
But
I have a 128 gig SD card right now
Mhm.
on a 16 gigabyte phone. So that's over 10 times the space I normally would have.
yeah,
And I have 12,000, 13,000 songs. I have a shitload of music.
yeah,
I need it.
I have to use Google Music to get all my music on my phone.
There's actually a 200 gig SD card out now.
Oh?
Yeah,
It's about $250. It's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
cheap. I expect them to double from the 128 to go right to 256. So they may
course.
be at a standstill a little bit with space duplication. Because I was
Well-
surprised it didn't just double, because it normally almost always does.
They're probably they always make the standard sizes. I think.
I've never seen a 200. That's not a standard size.
Like, I've seen, I'm pretty sure they just want to do all the milestone ones. Like, there isn't a 150 one. Are you sure?
128 and then 200.
8, 16, 32, 64, 128. They go
Yeah.
by
Double.
eights.
It doubles.
That's true.
Starts by
Yeah.
8 and doubles from there.
Yeah.
You are right, actually. I know why they would have a 200 one.
But
Maybe
it,
it's because it would be really expensive.
it is available from SanDisk, and it's and even the 200 is $200. 128 is under 100 now. So for not even double the price difference, and it will go down. I'm sure the 250 will come out a year or two from now, but the capacity seems to be slowing down. It seems, although some of the new phones, like the Note 4, I think, already have like some phones have gigabyte restrictions. Mine is, I think, 128, and I have 120 in it. The new Note has a 1 terabyte micro SD limit, so
Wow.
they're already preparing for the bigger ones down the road.
Yeah. Well, eventually they're going to get there. The problem with having 1 terabyte of space on something so small is that they have to use really, really complex holographic physics on it.
Of course, like I said, terabyte. They probably have 1 or 2 prototypes that they're never going to release for another 10 years. They probably exist, but we don't know. Maybe they don't. But as of now, 200 is the
That is
mass-produced consumer
strange.
version.
Like, I've never heard of a, 200 gig, I don't know, CD. Like,
So and they've obviously never done a press release besides saying, "Oh, well, here's the new capacity."
wait, is it a micro SD?
Micro SD, yes. They already have terabyte, just regular SDs out.
Yeah. I don't know. That is kind of a weird
So-
number.
So I'm not as sure, but still worth the purchase if you need the space and you have the extra funds to do so.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Well, since we're kind of talking about music in a sense, you said Ozzfest might be returning?
Oh, yeah, I did see an article that Ozzfest 2016 might be returning to the rest of America, which would be kind of awesome.
I know Ozzfest happened, I think, Japan last year. Or something
I don't
like
know.
that.
It's always in one place, though, which really sucks.
Monster Energy Tour, whatever, or Rockstar Tour, whatever it was, the one that got canceled this year, I believe replaced Ozzfest at one point.
Really?
I believe that's actually how that one came to be. So that's not too surprising. Hopefully they can get a good lineup.
Yeah, well, like, here's the thing.
The nice thing
right?
about Ozzfest compared to Monster is there'll be less death metal bands. There'll be some.
Right.
But Monster had a lot of very, very heavy acts.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, I really want them to come back because I've only been to Ozzfest once, and it was the first heavy metal show I've ever been to. It was Ozzfest 07. I saw Lamb of God, Static X, and Ozzy. And it was freaking amazing.
Lamb of God puts on a very good show.
What?
Lamb of God puts on a good show.
Yeah.
Ozzy's Ozzy and Static X. You don't see
Ozzy was
anymore.
great. I had never been to a metal show at all before, and he like sprayed us with foamy stuff, and then we were in the Comcast Center.
Yeah, he
so-
was doing that when I saw him.
So
too.
they made it rain and to wash away the soapy stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I've seen Static X. I've seen Lamb of God. Just besides Ozzy, I've never seen the rest of them at Ozzfest.
Mm-hmm.
The year I went to Ozzfest, Halford was there as his own.
Mm-hmm.
That he put on an amazing show. Nonpoint was there. It was Ozzy.
So non-point
Black
live.
Label Society.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who the major headliner was. Johnny Poole was there.
I don't know who else was there at the one I was at because we didn't show up until really late because my dad was there to see Ozzy, really. So we came like a few bands before Ozzy.
When I went one year, it was raining and they canceled second stage. And Drowning Pool was supposed to close out second stage, so Nonpoint let Drowning Pool play like half their set, and they did like Bodies and all the major songs, just because Drowning Pool wanted to do second stage, or obviously could have done first stage if they chose so.
I can only count to 4.
But I was actually watching a lot of concert videos last night. It was like the 10 best like band brawls, and it was like people that like jumped the stage, like Maynard, James Keenan, O'Toole, like backflipped the guy and like held him down. It was all these ignorant fans. The Maynard one was the best. Axl Rose like jumped in the crowd and beat the shit out of a guy with a camera, and just watching ignorant people get what they deserve. A lot of them, they get really pissy. Hey, fuck you, get that fucking guy out of here. The best one was Clutch, the singer Clutch. Just hold on a second. You just hit a girl, didn't you? He's like, yeah, I saw that. He's like, just really calm. He's like, what are we in high school? He's like, get that guy out of here. He was just so calm about it. Like, you gotta go. You don't hit women. You gotta go.
Oh my god, I know what Todd would do.
And the thing was, he went right back into Prophets of Doom too, because they actually had like the 10 seconds before. And 20 seconds.
Really?
So he goes right back into it.
Oh, that's good.
So it's
I
pretty.
know Trent Reznor has had his share of awful people in the audience, like throwing stuff.
Oh, he was actually in those videos too.
Yeah.
He was throwing a keyboard at one guy.
Oh my god.
But he normally
threw his keyboard at someone?
Yeah, but he normally wrecks a keyboard, like, in the old performances, he used to wreck, like, a keyboard per night.
Oh.
So it was probably an older one from just the video quality.
I only got to see Trent Reznor live once, and that was on his first tour back from taking a break.
Yes, I was at that show, too.
But, alright, you and Josh came.
I mean, what about, what's his name, from Killswitch when they had that fight? The live show.
Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse with the free show we went to.
What the hell did he say?
He's like, hey, is that guy fighting?
Yeah.
You fighting? Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's
we don't
right.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, our name is Killswitch Engage. But, we promote, like, brotherhood of man and peace, and, it's like, we don't fucking do this. And then Adam's like, anal sex.
It's like, that guy's going to have anal sex where he's going tonight.
Yeah.
And Jesse just could not keep a straight face with him.
No.
mean, the reason I mentioned Trent Reznor was because there was this one time that his bassist got unplugged from the sound system. Like, they did it on purpose to prank him for some reason. They must have been, like, drunk or something. And he got so pissed that he just walked off stage.
There's another one. It was Jamie Jast of Hatebreed, and the dude like hit a girl. He's like, "Yo, we respect the woman." And the guy in his infinite wisdom decides he wants to start picking a fight with Jamie Jast. He's like, "Come up here, I'll just kick you in the head." The guy's like trying to like push past security to like fight Jamie Jast. He's like, "Come on, come up here, I'll kick you in the head when you come up here." And the guards finally like kicked him out, but and everyone cheers. But it's like, how drunk and ignorant do you have to be?
Yeah, some people are just so full of themselves they think they can take on anyone.
I actually saw an episode of Judge Judy. I might have mentioned this before. Some guy was suing someone on Judge Judy because they got trampled at a Dave Matthews concert. Again, we're going to go back to Dave Matthews. Everything's Dave Matthews' fault.
Wow.
Moving on. It is a Halloween episode. We haven't been talking anything too scary. So we came up with the idea to do some Halloween-themed things. We're going to do some unsolved mysteries. I don't have Robert Stack here. That guy had the most epic voice. I don't know what happened. I remember that music would freak me out as a child. My grandmother used to watch it like late at night, and that music from Unsolved Mysteries was like,
oh my god, I know.
creepy. Like X-Files didn't bother me for whatever reason, but Unsolved Mysteries like that. It was so like loud all of a sudden.
I'll solve them. Let's do this.
Alright, so one of the ones that I picked, I just found today. So I admit it may not be the best one, but it was a little interesting. So, On June 30th, 1999, the body of Ricky McCormick was found in a field of St. Charles County, Missouri.
Sounds Irish.
McCormick had been missing only 72 hours, but his body was already badly decomposed. Which, means it seemed like he had been dead for weeks, which is kind of weird.
You can accelerate that.
In 2011, the FBI revealed they had found 2 notes in McCormick's pockets written in a complex cipher. But he was a high school dropout who could barely write his own name. He was barely literate. So they were really confused, and despite the efforts, apparently America's top cryptographers could not figure out the ciphers that were left in his pocket.
Oh yeah, actually I heard about that also. It's really, really cool one. One of my favorites is actually...
So let me go back to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So his body looks like he's been dead for weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and there's cryptic messages in his pocket that from an illiterate man.
Yeah.
Okay, now there are multiple ways to accelerate the decomposition of a body.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you can prolong it too if you just put the body in a freezer. You can kill a guy for a month, put the body in the freezer, pull him out, he'll look like he's been dead a couple hours.
Right.
You can easily... So, that's...
There's
It's obviously a murder.
There's a known...
Everybody, this is Ginger's Unsolved Mysteries.
Well, there's actually a joke going on. Our friend Ben Sanborn's grandmother watches all these crime shows
Yeah.
pretty much daily for the last 5-10 years.
Yeah.
It's like, if she wanted to get away with murder, she's seen every mistake that everyone's made. She could get away with it, no problem.
Alright, I feel fairly confident on my CSI,
Yeah.
watching skills
There's
and Law and Order.
There's a band called Circus Dead Squirrels. They even have a song about if you watch all these shows, you could probably get away with it, learning everyone's mistakes.
See, the first thing is, don't kill anybody you know. That's the first mistake everybody knows. Kill a director. That right there, that puts you at the such farthest end of the spectrum, because they never get such a random kill. They always think like, oh, it has to be someone close to who someone knew them, or blah blah blah. Like, no, just kill a random person.
Well, I mean,
Make sure the body
no
when you
motive.
when you dispose the body, it's at least a day's trip away.
the thing about most killers is that they kill people they know because it's someone they hate deeply,
Yeah.
And that's the
They're
only
blinded
reason
by
they'll kill someone.
rage.
But
So
back to
that's
my
why,
Well, there was a guy that did psychology back in the day, and he said 90% of killers, they won't kill again. They should actually not be in prison. It's like, no, they killed someone. But it was an interesting theory about
how old was that?
it. I don't remember. It was a paper I had to write for English class 6 years ago, but I do vaguely remember parts of it.
now back to my solving here.
Yes.
So cryptic messages that put it that he can't write with, and they can't solve the cryptic message apparently.
Yeah,
Does it
there's
show
this-
like what it says?
They actually show the cipher on here. It's like 4 or 5 ciphers in a row, and they can't figure out what they are.
They have the picture up, or
Yeah.
let me see.
Just got a hot lead to solve a murder.
Ugh.
It's weird because it's in his own handwriting, but he, was not, book smart at all.
Well, I just watched a platypus get handed a cell phone by a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's a pretty sexy kitty cat.
Yeah.
At least you're not dancing this week.
I mean, for the most
I'm
part,
tired still from last week.
so they don't really say he was found in a field in St. Charles. So obviously, it's probably just most likely gibberish. If I had to take a guess at this, because the man can't read or write for the most part, so he puts letters together that he's seen before. Because I doubt this guy is smart enough to use like an actual code where you have to cross shit out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's most likely gibberish. If anything, it's probably his last will as the guy's killing him. Or if he got abducted, and then, sent the body to be decomposed faster.
Do you want to leave a note for people or some type of deal like that? Maybe?
Well, he was probably doing that. That's what it is. It's the
Yeah.
victim trying to leave what would be a last will. That's just my take on it, looking at the note.
It's,
Especially since the man is illiterate.
So you wanted to talk about American Crime Story, I guess.
Well, hold on.
He has one I gotta solve.
So, this one is just kind of interesting. The Axeman of New Orleans.
I saw this American Horror Story.
Really?
Yeah, he was in season 3.
Wow.
Yep. The guy that you play jazz and he wouldn't kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, he was in American Horror Story.
I
American Horror
didn't
Story
know
season
that.
3.
Yep.
He got killed by witches. Case solved.
Okay.
Well, I'll read the story anyway.
Well, the Axemen of New Orleans, for those who don't know, who also haven't watched American Horror Story like me, this guy terrorized New Orleans for 2 years, in which he butchered 12 people to death for no apparent reason other than raw psychopathic insanity.
No, it's because he'd send them a note saying, "Hey, if you're not playing
That
jazz,
was
when
only
I can."
after. The first few didn't have a chance.
He taunted the police with a letter in which he claimed to be a demon, unholy, not of this earth, as well as a huge fan of jazz. Seriously, he vowed not to attack any house in which a jazz band was hired to sing. He was never caught, but our guess is that he was an out-of-work jazz musician.
He was a saxophonist. At least in the show, he
In the
was.
show, he was. Yeah.
In the show, he was a saxophonist to go and do random gigs of the towns where he'd be killing people in. So he already had a show and a gig. For all we know, he could have been the lead. He could have been the singer or whatever that was being hired.
Okay.
That's why it would throw off the police even more because they think, "Oh, well, it must be unemployed." Like, no, you could be fully employed and be on a serial killing spree.
He was employed on the show. He was playing shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
American
you
Horror
could be
Story.
like, employed as long as you work nights, and then you're off at like 1 a.m. You go off and you kill like a house because they're not playing jazz.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, so did you solve the murder?
Apparently he was on American Horror Story.
Ah, I see.
Well, his was.
Well, mine is a picture. I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's a picture of like the 30s. It's like in the 30s or 40s. It's a black and white picture, and there appears to be a guy in modern clothes, modern sunglasses, like a cardigan shirt.
Oh, the Time Machine Kid?
Yeah, the Time Machine Kid.
Oh, I never heard of
And
this
no one's
one.
ever able to debunk that photo of why there's a dude in modern clothes.
It's like at the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge, and this
Yeah.
guy's just standing there, dressed like us, like wearing like a cardigan with a t-shirt, sunglasses. Kind of looks like Adam Levine, just standing like,
Yeah, just looking on.
Oh my god. Well, I'm assuming they're gonna solve time travel eventually, so.
Well, regardless, no one really knows.
Do you have the picture up?
I can pull it up for you.
That's pretty cool. I'm actually gonna search it
Yeah,
myself
you
right
can
now.
go for it. How do you explain that one, John?
we did time travel, man.
All right, he believes
It's out there.
All right.
I'm saying we might not have it,
No
but
one
some
saw
of the
it.
future could.
No one saw a mystery. It's straight time travel. You got a mystery?
No,
No. No.
I solved all my mysteries.
I solved everything.
What
my
are your
answer.
mysteries, honey?
My answer's
My
sufficient.
mysteries?
Uh-huh.
The world may never know.
I thought you had an unsolved mystery for us.
Well, yeah, I actually said it already while you were gone.
While you were squatting.
Yeah.
Well,
you have a
fine. I
second
have
one?
another one for you then.
All right, John. Bonus round.
Bonus round.
Ugh, you're killing me here. Let's do this.
This is the classified secret umbrella murder.
Okay.
Giorgio Markov was a Bulgarian journalist who had defected to England, where he became a BBC broadcaster and proceeded to openly mock his former communist government. While waiting for the bus, a pellet full of poisonous ricin was shot into his leg using a high-tech umbrella gun. He died a few days later. The killer was never found.
Obviously, it was a Russian spy. They've admitted to doing that shit before.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really so.
It's like the babushka lady at fuck, I can't think. Oh, at Kennedy's assassination. There's like a Russian woman taking photos when it happened, and she didn't flinch or anything. Like,
Well, there was the thing too of this kid I worked with. He was telling me how he believes his wife shot JFK in the head.
well,
And you see the video of it because before you even see the head explode, she goes around like this to him, and then boom, after his head goes down, her hand goes on. So it does give the appearance that she could have had a weapon that just blasted his brains out.
a lot of people believe fucking you can't even see where he got shot from the book depository.
No.
Also, supposedly there was a bunch of Russian pigeons at a local bar the night before.
Russian pigeons.
Russian pigeons. They were saying something about coo, coo. That's the worst pun ever.
So I'm looking at the time travel guy
I actually stole that from Bill Hicks, but
photo from.
I don't apologize.
I'm looking at this photo of the time travel guy.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it's so weird
Yep.
No, that's definitely one of the weirder things I've seen.
because it seems like he's definitely there. Like that would have to be some.
Because of the spacing, it would just be weird that there's a space there. Like, there's so many reasons why the photo can't be debunked.
Like, if you were to Photoshop that and be that precise about it, that would mean you just have no life. That's how good the photoshopping is.
Yeah.
But they could still remove layers from the photo. That's the thing. Like, if it was Photoshop, they can remove layers of Photoshop from the photo.
Well, I don't believe, like, everything. Like, there was another one, and it was, like, in the 30s, and it was, like, behind the scenes of, like, some fucking, like, circus or something, or, like, opera. And it was just, like, behind-the-scenes footage, and it was just, like, film reel that was running. It wasn't anything special. And there was, like, a lady supposedly walking around with a cell phone, like, talking. This is, like, from the 1930s. It's like, okay, if that's happening. Time travel, sure.
Yeah.
How the fuck does she have reception?
Yeah.
And that's when I start going, you cannot believe everything you see.
Yeah. Unless in the future you don't need reception, which doesn't make any sense.
But this was in the past. This was, like, on a DVD.
Well, you don't have
like,
towers or anything available.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use a cell phone like that.
There's no satellite or anything.
So,
Yeah.
but she's probably just crazy.
Alien.
You know what I mean? And the footage was of very low quality.
That Da Vinci cell
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, right.
She would have had to been crazy or something.
Anyway, moving on. You said something about American Crime Story.
American Crime Story. From the people who brought you Glee and American Horror Story, now bring you American Crime Story.
I have not heard of it.
First one, I believe, is going to be O.J. versus the People with Cuba Gooding Jr. starring as O.J. Simpson.
Is it
Oh
a
my
series?
What?
It's a series, yes. You have John Travolta playing one of the lawyers, not Cochran. The guy with the mustache is still alive.
It's Chewbacca.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's playing the Kardashian, but, you know, yeah, they're going to have... And I'm just surprised they have Cuba Gooding Jr. playing
OJ.
OJ. Like, he's not even the same color as OJ. They're not even the same shade of brown.
Well, it's all about the acting. I mean, the colors don't have to...
When's the last time you've seen a good movie of Cuba Gooding Jr. and thought, man, he did good in that role?
Okay, the movie he's in.
He was in A Few Good Men with Robert De Niro,
Yep.
with the scuba diving suit.
Yep.
He was Radio. I'm gonna play the football! That's pretty much the whole movie.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't let a retard in the field, alright? Everybody knows that. But no, they let the fucking kid with Down syndrome run with the ball, you see what happens.
It's like not another teen movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like the deaf people at a concert. Or
It's
the blind people at a
been
concert.
like 10 years, probably more, since I've seen Forrest Gump. Does he jack him? Does Jenny jack him off in that movie? Does that happen?
Well, he
When he
gets
visited
laid
college?
eventually.
He gets laid by
There's
Jenny.
this whole... I listened to the stand-up comedian online last night, and he goes into detail about this scene where she's, like, yanking on his special stick or whatever, and, like, there's a roommate listening or something. I haven't seen the movie in 10 years. I don't remember shit
Well,
about
she
it.
flashed him at one point.
Okay, Jenny.
I'm gonna have to watch it, and we'll talk about this next week, because I'm not really sure.
I just don't understand, like, he's definitely a retard for going back to that girl.
Well, I mean, he is
yeah,
retarded.
just for going back to her.
That itself is like the retardation.
Hey, but he's the only retard you know that has his own restaurant chain.
Well, yeah.
And, you know, he showed LBJ his butt.
Bubba Cup Shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Actually a good restaurant. I've been there a few times.
Yeah, I've been there once. It was really good.
Yeah, we're down there. Yeah, we went down there in Florida.
Never been.
I had a light up cup. They were doing Forrest Gump trivia and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was like, it was like on our table. It's the only reason we knew it.
Yeah.
She was reading ahead.
Yeah. I was cheating.
FMK time!
The FMK is, last week, it seems that especially Kitty was very unhappy about the, mainstreamness of the DC characters that I picked. So, this time, we have Zatanna, Vixen, and...
Black Canary thought you said it was originally, unless you
Yeah,
changed
Black
it.
Canary. Black Canary. We'll do Black Canary.
Now, apparently this isn't too mainstream, because Katie actually had to look up one of these people beforehand.
Mm-hmm. So, Ginger, you start us off.
Starting us off. Well, I'm probably going to kill Black Canary, because I don't want anything to go wrong, and her to start screaming at my dick, and that thing just goes limp for the rest of my life.
So you're going off modern, Black Canary.
Yeah, just that one. Let's see. I think I'd fuck Vixen because, she could probably do like some weird animal power and then just just do something pretty freaky in there that I would like. And I think Zatanna would be fine to marry because, she has all that control of magic.
Mm-hmm.
All-powerful wizard.
Well, I actually...
Mine's actually, I think, exactly the same. Because Black Canary, because apparently people just like to bring her back and make her Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
And just angrier.
I love you, Arrow.
And more killy. More bloodthirsty. Vixen maybe can shapeshift into a goat, you know.
She can't shapeshift.
Well,
She just takes on properties of animals.
well, maybe she can pretend to be a goat. And I can wear my goat furry costume that I'm wearing now, and it'll be a good time. And Zatanna just doesn't seem like someone you want to piss off, so...
No,
I
she
don't
can
want
make a
to
whole
try to
blood
kill
boil.
that person, and they might stalk me if I only fuck them, so...
Okay.
I bonded.
Kidding.
I was thinking about agreeing until I realized that I would be terrified of pissing off any of them. So, I don't know. I would still kill Black Canary. Mostly because I find Laurel from Arrow really annoying, and she's Black Canary right now. So I would kill Laurel, specifically.
Okay.
So then I would probably fuck Vixen and then marry Zatanna.
So you did agree with them.
I do agree with them. I don't know. I had to think about it a bunch.
Well, apparently, the MercGoat conspiracy is unified on who we're marrying. Because I'm marrying Zatanna. Because Zatanna is actually, like, one of my favorite heroines from the DC verse. What?
Yeah, because she wears fishnets.
Shut up.
Not
Anyway.
all the time.
That is the only reason she's one of your favorites. I
No,
can
actually,
guarantee.
because of the magic.
Sure.
So,
You only go to Hooters for the food, too, we know.
actually, I've only been once, and it was weird.
I
Well,
actually
it
really
goes
like
down,
the-
so...
I think I said this before, but I really do like the food at Hooters.
Okay, the thing about Merc is that he actually does go to Hooters for the food, which is kind of weird. But I'd rather him go for the food than go for the boobs. So.
So, I'm
You've
gonna
gone
have
with
to,
me at least 3
just
times.
to be different, I'm going to kill Vixen, and I'm gonna fuck Black Canary, just to be different.
Just to be different,
Mm-hmm.
ew, you would fuck Laurel.
Not Laurel, a different
Sarah.
Black Canary. Black Canary is actually badass if you look at Justice League.
Sarah the Black Canary.
I thought that Sarah Black Canary was awesome.
Well, yeah, Sarah Black Canary, well, apparently.
But, I mean, she's dead and she's going to be resurrected and scary and
well,
stuff.
yeah, we're not going to give spoilers. No spoilers.
It was in the preview.
Well, still. Anyway, yeah, Sarah Black Canary is better, although Vixen is kind of badass. I actually made it exceedingly hard for myself, except for the Zatanna. So, that
You're
is...
only marrying Zatanna because she has an infinite amount of fishnets.
No, she... Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the only reason you're
we
marrying
got caught.
her.
Anyway,
Though I'm only marrying her because she's awesome with the magic hoodoo stuff.
next time on MercGoat Conspiracy, actual people.
Really? After 4 weeks of this?
Mhm.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm so used to the fictional.
Well, I can always go, book characters. So.
I'm so used to my fantasies, I don't know if I go back to normal. I really can't, I'm just stretching this.
Alright, fair enough.
Fuck off.
So...
Don't look at me like that.
I can look at you any way I want.
I'm not dressed as a cheetah.
Yes, I can, because that means I can eat your ass.
So here's something I want to talk about that
Oh, God.
I just don't get it.
When you raise your voice like that, I'm always afraid.
I
I
just
just
It
don't
actually
get it.
should be.
I don't get this. Like, I don't get cyberbullying. Like, I just
I thought
don't
you already did this
understand
one.
how you just can't turn off the computer and go watch TV. Especially in today's day and age where you can block anybody off of anything from you. It should be, cyberbullying should not be existent. I assume like 10 years ago, yeah, it was probably pretty big because they didn't have the whole blocking feature for every way, nook and cranny.
No,
But
the
as it is
problem-
now.
The problem is how easy it is to make Twitter accounts. That's the main
And how easy it is to block Twitter accounts, and how easy it is to delete Twitter accounts, and how easy it is to
But you
put
have
your
to
phone
add-
down and go outside.
The other problem.
Don't you have to add people on Twitter to have them message you? Or
No. Twitter, you can just message anyone.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
the
free open thing, but you can block people on Twitter. That is
But
possible.
It's super easy to make an
But if
account.
someone has a lot of free time, they could make 100 accounts and
Then you get off Twitter.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
that
that's
simple.
True. No, it's
Delete your
true.
account. But
Yeah, but
You
they
can-
win.
How?
Sometimes-
Because you're off of Twitter, but you're on everything else, and they're no longer affecting you. They win because they can no longer hurt you. Oh, I'll help them have that win then.
That's a gray area, to say the least.
Yeah.
it's a very gray area, but I have to say that being the old guy of the group, cyberbullying was never a thing back when I was a kid. I was actually, real bullied.
Right?
I was
those
the guy that hid in lockers to make sure that I didn't get hit by the big drag queen that ran my school. No word of a lie, this actually happened. My bully was a huge drag queen. Also, my best friend was my actual bully. She used to beat up the other bullies for me, but that's the point.
Yeah. Well, I had a group of friends in middle school who were my first ever actual bullies. And, no one ever physically harmed me ever in middle school, but they emotionally hurt me for, the rest of my life, up to now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about it anymore, really, but it is the cause of my social anxiety, which sucks.
That's going the wizard deck.
That sucks.
But it was a group of girls, and it was vicious, because it was the stereotypical girl thing, where there's the queen bee who tells the rest of us what to do, and you think you have to follow along just to fit in. And
Is that why you also go to the bathroom together?
I never understood that.
No. You go to the bathroom together if someone does something funny or cute or attractive or awful, and you want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Not in front of the other person
So-
that you're talking about.
Now, everyone in the MercGoat conspiracy, we have the insider on why girls go to the bathroom.
We go to the bathroom together to talk about stuff that we don't want you to know about.
Fantastic.
Can't you just text your friends then at that point?
Not
Wait,
if
that's
it's
not what group chat and
not
Facebook
if
is
it's
for?
something super dramatic that you need to talk about then.
Like, oh my god, it's bathroom time, girls. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I totally talk like that.
Either that's
I'm
Sally.
not talking about you.
Either that's Sally's just really got to blow chunks, and she needs 3 people for cover.
You never know.
Hey, I've been the guy that held the girl's hair back. There can be some wicked splatter damage.
You never know.
I have no idea. I've never had to hold hair back for guys, obviously.
That's good. That's probably a good thing.
You would for you have certain guy friends that have long hair.
Well, yeah, but they are pro pukers usually.
Oh, okay.
So we don't really have to worry about holding their hair back because they got this. But I've held the hair back for many a woman, and every single time I've gotten vomit on me somehow.
I have gotten sick in front of other people once, and Merc was there,
Yeah.
and I was at someone else's house, and I didn't eat anything all day.
That
and
was
I
not
decided
a
to have 5
good
beers.
night.
That sounds like a bad idea.
It was a really bad idea. I had 5 beers. I think it was 5 Angry Orchards. And
Okay.
so since I didn't eat anything, obviously it did not sit well in my stomach.
It was a fun night. Josh Pierce, our friend, went and got crackers. Me and him were
Yeah.
kind of bored because she was just praying to the porcelain
They
god.
were so unaffected by the fact that there was another person vomiting in the bathroom with them that they were just eating my crackers.
Yeah, there was 4 sleeves. Me and him probably both went through a sleeve apiece. Just
Wow.
as she's throwing up, like, wow, these are nice and salty tonight.
So I'm pretty sure, that was
Whatever
the
works,
second
you know?
time I ever got sick from drinking. Second time.
You were a monster on New Year's that one year.
That was the 3rd time.
The first time I was meeting you, you were pretty much passing out at New Year's.
Yeah. I was fucked up on the New Year's the year before I met Maddie. Or, well, I didn't meet her at New Year's, but
Yeah, but the year before you met me?
yes.
Jeez.
I was very fucked up.
Was that the night that you fought a vacuum?
No, that was a night coming back from the Rock.
You're going upstairs in the house, right?
Yeah, we were just going in the
You
day
tripped over the vacuum and the vacuum won.
I tripped up the stairs, and the vacuum happened to be at the top of the stairs. When I fell, I, haymakered it on accident. And it, cut me open.
It still
Wow.
won.
It still won! Yes, absolutely! I just didn't know it was there until it was too late. Sabotaged me.
So for Halloween, I'm going to be a vampire as usual. I don't know about you guys if you're dressing up at all.
Well, I think I might go back with this cheetah costume.
I think the cheetah's working.
You need to be a vampire hunter.
The
so-
platypus costume's
Alright.
detailed. I like the goat costume.
Well, the platypus costume even has a penis, so...
Oh yeah, what are you doing with the platypus penis?
What do you mean? That's my real penis.
Oh.
I just cut a hole in it.
Oh my god, it's really tiny. I thought platypus just weren't that built, but jeez, dude.
Nope, that's how I'm born.
Well,
Naturally small. Gotta love it.
Well, the whole thing about that means that you can just get more sex than the rest of us, because if you can go up to a girl and be like, my penis is small, and 95% of the women that I've ever met have at least had sex with one dude who had a small penis because I said they did, just to prove them wrong.
Okay.
What if you lied about it?
I know one guy, all he does, he has a wicked tiny penis. He's got like an inch maybe. And he walks up to women at bars and he's like, I have a super small penis. And they will like argue with him constantly and be like, no, you don't. I'm sure you're fine. And he gets them to sleep with him.
You know why they argue with him and don't believe him, right?
Why?
Because like 90% of guys think that they're small when they're not.
Okay.
Average guys think that they're small. Above average guys think that they're small. The only guys that don't think they're small are the guys that are too big.
Or the guys
That's
that
how it
are
works.
small.
Mm.
And trust me, I should know. I am a very good source of this information.
Well, I didn't think John was.
Well, the whole thing about it is this guy, he gets more play than I have ever seen. Well, that's a lie. I've seen 2 other people get better play than him, but that's for different times of stories. But more play than I've ever, really even fathomed sometimes. I would hang out with him, and then the next day he'd be like, I just slept with 2 women in the same night.
I am willing to bet that 10% of that was lying and the rest was pity sex.
Even if 10% was lying, the rest was pretty sex, it doesn't matter. He got laid like hundreds of times.
What are you, jealous?
Not at all.
Yeah, you are.
No, actually not.
What, I'm not enough for you?
Oh, God.
You don't wear enough fishnets, apparently.
I'm never going to hear that end of that. Do we have anything else, Mark?
Well, let's do the classic anyone want to add shit. We'll start with John.
No, I'm pretty good.
You good?
I'm good.
You already made it weird with the cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying, talking about rape,
Rape and cyberbullying. Alright, you're good for the week. Maddie?
solving crimes that weren't unsolvable.
I'm just a cat.
Cat dressed as a cat.
Uh,
Cheetah boy.
I think that I'm not going to live down much of what has been said at the podcast today. So,
Yeah, you probably won't get laid for a few days, yeah.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
That you're not going to get laid?
No, but I probably will.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, your hand doesn't count.
Then we go with maybe.
I just want to
Don't
add...
worry, honey, you'll get laid.
Awesome.
I thought you guys were going to high five for a second. I'm like, oh, that would have been weird. Oh, I would have nightmares tonight. But I asked for it, so...
You asked for your nightmares.
Yeah, I did.
Congrats. Welcome to Halloween.
Absolutely. I just want to say, Downtown Brown, the singer Neil, is a good friend of me and John's, is moving to L.A.?
Something like that.
Somewhere in California, I believe it's L.A.
San Diego.
He's going to be hanging out with Fishbone out there. So the last show in this area is going to be on November 7th, so I'm looking forward to that. Neil's a good friend of mine, and I hope that he figures out what's going on with the band, because the drummer might go with him. Still unsure. Wish my friend Neil the best on his
It's a week from now.
expedition to the west.
Good luck,
Well,
Neil.
Good luck,
Shit, I'm
Neil.
A
working.
safe trip.
And hopefully all of us can go to the show, November 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Mark that on your calendar.
Also,
Also brave.
the next board game that we're going to be doing for the board game segments is Ticket to Ride.
Well, Acquire hasn't been uploaded yet.
Actually, speaking
So
of
they
Ticket to Ride,
haven't seen Acquire yet.
I know what we should do after this podcast is over.
Well, yes, I was actually talking with John about that.
Have you played it yet?
No.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll play Drunk Ticket to Ride. You guys can play Sober Ticket to Ride.
I'm going to be playing...
The trains
Feeling
aren't
It,
straight,
Ticket to Ride.
Maddie. I don't care.
I'm on my second beer, but I'm drinking it really fast.
Ah.
And I haven't eaten enough the past couple days.
I had Sonic. Oh, we're going back to where we started.
Full circle!
Full
Thank
circle.
you for listening to the MercGoat Conspiracy.
We've made our circle. We're done. Cut!
Share, subscribe, and thank you.
And don't masturbate to platypuses.